So stand out. We have a wide range of vehicle options to suit your unique needs. Explore all of our rental opportunities at gorentals.com.
And 10 nations represented as we have a 2:15 start time. Morningstar Sport Horses. That's the CSA 5-star. Road to left Saturday will come qualifier. Morningstar Sport Horses in Elm Grove is the question center specializing in retirement legal and all services for equine athletes. Located in Elm Grove, California, we offer a full range of services including boarding and training for horses. The focus on providing top-notch care. Morningstar Sport Horses has made a name for itself in the equestrian community. 2:15 start to round out the walk. Once again, 2:15 start time. Getting close to that 2:15 start time. And a total of 30 entries. So riders and trainers, please start to wrap up the walk. And a total of 30 horse rider combinations here this afternoon as we are in the beautiful Desert International Horse Park. $117,000 Morningstar Sport horses. And this qualifier on the path to Saturday's $340,000 Longines World Cup of Thermal. Morningstar Sport Horses is a premier sport horse training and development program based in Elk Grove, California. Led by Carrie Ruford, the program is dedicated to producing confident, correct, and competitive horses while fostering thoughtful, effective riders. With a strong emphasis on classical fundamentals, individualized training plans, and horsemanship, Morningstar Sport Horses supports riders and horses at every stage from young horse development to show real success. Well, I mentioned 30 horse rider combinations. They represent 10 nations here this afternoon. And those nations, the Netherlands, Australia, Canada, New Zealand, Brazil, Great Britain, Belgium, Colombia, Ireland, of course, host nation of the United States. And our length course, 480 meters, less than half an hour. And our time on 77 seconds, speed 375 meters per minute. Top of the order, that will be the first to go. In fact, number one also attached to his world ranking as Ken Farrington will start us off aboard FEI. This is held under FEI Article 220.2.1.2. So return jump off for those who qualify for the jump off round under FEI rules.
Hello and welcome to the Desert International Horse Park. If you joined us earlier for the 2-star, welcome back. And if you are joining us fresh-faced, it is the 117,000, CSI 5-star qualifier welcome class. It's a competition with a jump-off, very unlike the class earlier, where it was just one round against the clock. Connor Swale take the victory. This is 2 rounds. If you jump clean inside the time, you will get through to the jump-off. And the fences have gone up to earlier. It's now 1.55 m. And it is going to be an exciting test as we have a who's who here at the Desert Horse Park, including the likes of Kent Farrington, Tiffany Foster, Caitlin Campbell, Connor Swale, basically a who's who of show jumping here at Thermal. So loads to look forward to. Some of the best horses in the world competing for that place in the Grand Prix over the weekend. Quite a few riders here coming off the back of a lot of success as well this week. We've had James Chalk claim his first 5-star win just yesterday in the CSI 5-star meter 45. We've had Carrie Ruford. She rides to her win in the meter 35 at welcome speed. She's having a lot of success here at the Desert Horse Park this year already. Jamie Saylor and Mad Money cashed in the 10,000 Stan Hendricks DIHP, an under futurity win. And Matthias Van Asten and Hotspot were on fire in the Brain Juice Active CSI 5-star Grand Prix. So we've had an exciting few days of competition already for 2026 here at the Desert Horse Park, and we have plenty more still to come. We're going to be kicking off here, but let's have a little look at the course from our vantage point. We can see fence 1 just here on the right-hand side of our screen, starting off with an upright, and then we're going to gallop on down to fence 2. And then, as is typical with an Alan Wade course, it's going to come back on ourselves, and we're going to come across the arena to fence 3, which is the Oxer just to the left of your screen. And then coming up to fence 4A and B, which is the double, going right across the arena. And it's right-hand turn up to the corner for fence 5. Just can't see us, just a hidden Oxer just in that top right-hand corner. And then again, round and back on yourself, coming down to the double, 6A and B. And then you can see it in the far distance. It's the FEI jump in the corner, the Oxer there at 7. Then a straight line down along the VIP to the upright at 8. Then around the kind of horse's head bush. And then back up the arena again to the fence at 9, slightly coming back on ourselves. And then there's a slight turn to fence 10A and B. On to 11, galloping on, and then a really tight turn around this island to the Oxer at 12. And as I say it, we have our first rider in to take us through this course.
Mostly going to see 9 for the Oxfams.
Right, Kent Farrington now with Orofina. They are on the back of a spectacular win here in the desert already this year. An 11-year-old mare, top of the podium in the Pomponio CSI 5-star meter 50 welcome. Kent said, if you're going to bring this horse out, you bring her to win. So it's an easy line down to fence 2. Then turning back 5 into the double. This mare is so talented. And right-hand turn up the arena, up over the big Oxer at the top of the course. Then right-hand turn, and we're going to come back down again. 6A and B. Right into a big Oxer. Then again, taking it nice and easy here. Currently ranked number 1 in the world. 7. Quick out. Don't want to lose the impulsion coming up the hill, but at the same time, you don't want to get too quick. Then it's a really tight turn. You can even see Orofina leaving the marks in the soil. And there we have it. Our first clear round for Kent Farrington in this CSI 5-star. What a round. There's a reason he is ranked 1 in the world. And that is it, ladies and gentlemen. Laying down the gauntlet here at the start of this class. So next into the arena, we have Laura Height with a 10-year-old gelding, HHS Fast Forward. This Oxer is a huge Oxer to ride off the turn. You don't want to get flat Oh, that just is going to come up very quickly, that 5. Might see a few. I think that was 9 coming round. It's quite hard to see coming around that turn. Might see a few riding it in 8. Then coming back down this hill. Already 2 rails down for Laura. Just having a few rails here is Laura Height from the USA. She's built her international career up over a long time development. And just over the time allowed in 77.52. That puts her into second for now in round 1 here at the Desert Horse Park. So now we have Mark Kinsell with Kasira, just having a little look. I think that fence over in that far corner is a little bit skinnier. Might ride coming over that big oxer, come up a little bit quick, a little bit short. So he's just having a little look at that with this mare. 14 years old now, representing Ireland. Competed across Europe and North America. Very effective with the careful mares and the sensitive height. Such a lovely guy, Mark. This horse has got quick legs in front and a really careful hind end. She's very sensitive, but has a huge heart. Mark went, oh, she just landed, came down the back on that and it bounced. Sometimes they bounce and they land back in and sometimes they come off. Started riding her at the start of last year. Apparently this horse has the fastest walk in the world, Mark assures me. We'll have to see that on the way out. Just, again, just everything coming up a little bit close and she's just not quite getting the front legs out of the way. And Mark has gone, do you know what? I'm going to save this wonderful mare for another day. And just puts his hand up. Don't know if we're going to get to see that really fast walk, Mark. She's super keen. There we go. Look at those long legs.
So the first hurricane gate, first player that is for FEI and Farrington. All right, they just fast forward. They are in second place. And retired. On course. Next horse is on by Murray. That is Costa Runo, a 13-year-old yellow Holstein. The rider for Ireland, Connor Swale.
Connor Swale into the arena now with Castorano. This pair have had so much success over the last year. Connor obviously on the back of a win from the 2-star in the last class with Theo. Can breed another win here with Castaro. 12-year-old gelding. They had a brilliant performance in the Longines FEI World Cup Jumping Grand Prix in Toronto in Canada last year. The most extraordinary round to produce Connor with the win. Oh, and just unlucky again. Another rail in that double. I think Kent Farrington clear first to go. Made it look deceptively easy. Connor keeping a nice rhythm, a nice pace. Just moving up in the 7, 1, 2, 3, 4. Feels quite short, that 4 coming into the skinny, but Connor made it look easy. 7 up to this double. Easy in, easy out. Again, just that temptation to travel up to that, just having a rail. Maybe a little moving on up to the last fence with the Liverpool underneath it. And a few time penalties as well for Connor Swale as he ends 11 faults in total, which takes him into second place so far. Only one clear at the moment, but we have a long way to go in this 5-star Welcome Grand Prix. Camilla Runda now with Indus Van Het Karatsenkak. Camillo riding for Colombia. Horse is 18 years old now, but looking absolutely incredible. Loves the job in hand. They've been partnered for around 6 years. And the strength of a long time partnership will show when the fences are this big. Now, don't want to get too quick in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, that is going to prove tight for many people. Coming off of that huge oxer. Can't afford to let them run on in the 5. Again, had a rub. Did it stay up? Nope, it came down. It looked like it was going to sit in the cups. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, Alan Wade's done some clever course building here. I think these riders are going to have to work for it to get the horses balanced and up in front of them, ready for these tricky combinations. And I think, yeah, I think Camillo is just going to call it a day for now. Big pats for the horse. But again, just missing out on those 2 final fences for Indus Van Het Karatsenkak from Colombia. Our next rider in, quite sensibly, Caitlin Campbell, having a little look at that double that has proven so tricky so far, so early on in this competition. Caitlin, 34 years old, has done a few major leagues with this horse, becoming very popular now, major league on the North American circuit. They stepped up recently to 1.60 m, which is not much bigger than this, but it's not necessarily all about the height. They stepped up and still jumped clear in the Coachella Cup. Can she steady up this big horse to fit in? Beautifully ridden. She got the ride at the start of the year. Caitlin is an incredibly brave rider. This is a big horse, really traveling well. The time is not easy. Well, it has proven it's quite tight. 77 seconds, pushing on up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Lovely. Made that look incredibly easy. Getting the 7. An unlucky rail there. The horse just didn't quite get the front legs out the way. Just travelling on round that turn to this final line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just seeing a little bit of a long one coming and just having that last rail down. The horse just looking like it was getting a little bit stronger as the day went on. Super talented horse, only 10 years old. I think we'll definitely be seeing a lot more from that pairing. next into the arena now. We have the 11-year-old gelding Unchained 2. With Sophie Segal. Only 23 years old. The horse having a lovely little look around the arena. Just ears pricked. Which is the first fence, Mum? Let's go. They, about 9 weeks ago, had a win in Split Rock. Sorry, they made their debut in the meter 60 at Split Rock in the FEI World Cup. She brought this horse up since he was just 6 years old, developing all the way to this level. So seeing them now competing at the top end of the sport is truly breathtaking. I think he's called Jago in the barn. Making light work of this so far, but I don't want to put the commentator's curse on it. Little bit of a rub there. You just hear that, Sophie. It's a big horse, but really agile. She's doing a brilliant job. Oh, just unlucky. It just seems like their eye gets drawn to the bottom of that fence as they come up the hill, and they're just having that front rail. Last 3 fences down for Sophie Segal. Seagull on Unchained 2. 72.66 seconds, so well within the time. Always find it incredibly interesting which fences it is the riders show the horses. Which one is it they think they might have a look at? Which line is going to prove tricky or come up fast? So Argentina de Marche now, 14-year-old mare for Gregory Wathelet from Belgium. Gregory, incredibly well known on the European circuit and the North American circuit. 17th in the world at the moment. And this mare has such a great attitude. Look, already she's going, right, Dad, which fence do we want? Super keen, super enthusiastic, and with an incredible jump. Gregory just has to sit there and balance over the top as she really gets up in the air. Just making a little bit more room for himself. You see there, he just jumps. The horse is a huge jump, but he just allows her to move out a little bit, making that 5 strides a little bit easier, giving the horse more space in between the fences. Not taking anything off the pace here. Don't want to get too quick. This will come up quick, but this horse is so agile. Oh my goodness. She just looks like she's doing a pony club rally. Really wants to get her feet out of the way. Just saying, whoa, a little bit of collection there, just setting her up for this line. Don't want to come too quick into this. Holding our breath to the last. Will we have a jump off? Yes, we will. Easy by the time on 72.47. We have a jump off, ladies and gentlemen. Gregory Wathelet with Argentina de Marche into first place. He will be joining world number 1 Kent Farrington into the jump off. World number 1 and 17 in the jump off. That's going to make it exciting, isn't it? Calais short now from the USA with Icarus VD Kattenvennen, 13-year-old gelding. jumped into second in the CSI 5-star Grand Prix here in Thermal. Incredibly competitive rider. Again, you really see the pace the riders need to make the time for this course. This horse has such a scope over these fences. Really wanting to go, really fighting to say, can I go faster? And Callie having to say, no, you can't, because we'll crash. Beautiful. This just feels like a moment you can breathe. Just pause, regroup, and then get stuck into the next bit of this course. Beautiful riding. Not too quick into this. Leave them up. Stunning. I think I could hear a tiny little rub on it, but it stayed up. Got plenty of time to get to the last. Horse just thought, I think the horse thought, oh, I've finished. And Callie had to say, no, you've got one more. He's absolutely delighted with himself. Look at that. Into first place on a time 76.44. We have another into the jump off. Doing it for the ladies. Next into the arena, we have Lucy Davis Kennedy with Ben 431. 14-year-old Westerfair in Gelding, owned by the Old Oak Group and cared for by Charlotte Oakes. And just having that rail down. This horse has had an impressive couple of years. Just see, travels so well across the grass, across the ground. Lucy doing an amazing job of keeping up the pace. You still might want to be the best of the full falters. 7, easy and 1. Absolutely beautiful up through that line. Such a shame about that earlier full faults. She's got time. Just the 4 faults there for Lucy Davis Kennedy, riding Ben 431. Now time for Clear Heart. Jamie Gornall from Great Britain, from my neck of the woods. Beautiful looking horse. Owner is Cherokee Show Horses. Horse just builds in confidence with every fence. You see Jamie just not allowing him to drop off the pace, keeping up the pace on landing. This line has proven tricky. Such an agile stallion. Some stallions can be so overexpressive with their back end and waste a lot of time in the air. Steady down. Looked like he was going to get close to that, but Clear Heart's very quick. This horse was sold to Jamie by Yer Verling. Oh, just unlucky. He just had a little look back at that. You could hear him just talking to the horse, encouraging him over it. Unlucky 4 faults for Jamie Cornell and Clear Heart on a time of 73.83. That's going to put them into 5th place. Be high up there in the 4 faulters. Hallie Grimes now, just 23 years old, with Caroline of Balmore, 10-year-old mare. Quality and scopy jumper, this horse. Still be developing through the levels. What can they do here? Can we get another one into the jump off? Really scopy, this horse. Really wants to get the job done. Sorry, I think I said this horse was 10. I think she's 14. Taking years off her. Wish someone would take 4 years off me. Really keeping up the pace. Down this line. Oh, it just looks like it's going to come up so tight, but this horse is so talented. This is going to be an amazing time. Oh, she rubs it, but it stays up. Again, a little tap on the front rail of that oxer, but it's safe. Just having a little conversation. Not get too quick into this, please. Coming round this turn to the final fences. Can she leave them up? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. And we are clear to the last. Every rider loves it when they hear that music being played, whatever it is. Look at that. Beautiful. On a lovely long rein to finish. The horse just cantering into first place and into the jump off. Absolutely stunning round from Hallie Grimes. Next into the ring, riding Twilight, is Nicholas Gamboa. This is a 10-year-old mare. Again, just picking up the pace nice and early on. Just keeping up the engine, keeping up the revs. Oh, that does feel so tight in there, but just wasn't able to make it out without rubbing the tummy onto that upright. Such a talented horse, this. Nicholas just having to use his body just to say, wait. When you get stuck in the middle of some of these combinations, it feels like it's quite, you need speed to get out, but you don't. Just have to say, wait, use your ability. Little rub, but it stayed up. Oh, just a little, having a little stutter into the last, but clear. Just having that final fence down
75
for the Colombian. 16 jumping faults. Just inside the time for Gamboa and Twilight.
Places 1, 2, 3, and 4 will be determined in that jump off.
So into the jump off. At the moment, we just have the 4 riders. We still have quite a long way to go. 17 riders still to come, but only 4 clears so far. Kent Farrington, Gregory Wathalet, Callie Schultz, and Hallie Grimes.
Next horse, 14-year-old gelding.
Can
Owned by Hybrid Horsemanship. Up tonight is a Royal Echelon button. A ride for Brazil.
Gabriel Rodriguez Honoro from Brazil with Harley D. Can they make it 5 into the jump off? Just a little pat for the horse there as he comes in. Always good to try and keep the nerves calm. Sometimes I feel like we stroke and pat the horses to keep ourselves calm, not just the horse. Just coming around to have a look at this line. 30-year-old Gabrielle. Not sure all riders would be happy to have their age put on the screen. With the 14-year-old Harley. Harley just having a good look at some of the fences. Gabrielle saying, can we have a little leg change there? And Harley concentrating on something that was going on outside the ring, but now he's got his concentration back. That's why you can't go too quick to this first fence. You have to take your time. You have to make sure the horse is on your aids. So much international experience this rider has. Oh, just coming off that turn, the horse lost a little bit of the momentum and just had that front rail down, but picked it up and actually came out beautifully through that double. Again, this is that bit of the course where you kind of feel like you're getting sucked out to the edge of the arena, and then it's so hard to get the balance back and to refine that line to that double. Sneaky course designer tricks that they play. So there's obviously a time allowed in all of these classes with a jump off, but rails are always more expensive than time faults when there's a jump off in to play for. But once they start having rails, they have to make a decision. And Gabrielle made the one not to continue. I think he's going to call it a day. Or, yeah. This course is really showing that you need a huge amount of rideability. The horses have to be adjustable. They have to come back when you ask. They have to travel forward when you ask. You need adjustability in this course, not just scope. And you'll learn a lot about your horse on a track like this. What is it? Where do you need to work on when you go back to the drawing board? Now, next to take on this course is Catherine Hofstadter and Olympic Quality, age 12 years old, gelding. I have to say, when you name a horse Olympic Quality, you're really setting the bar high in the hopes it'll be a good horse. And woo, with a jump like that, I think you can safely say it is a good horse. This horse has scope. I think a bit of spare scope. Could you share that? I'm very glad I'm not sat on it, because I would end up going between those beautiful ears very quickly. Just have to be careful when they jump that big that you land the other side in balance. Absolutely no problem for Catherine. Doing a beautiful job. She's barely moving in the saddle. Has this horse got the quality we need to get into the jump off? I'm not going to put the commentator's curse on it. Wow, look at that. Over that huge oxen, making it look easy. This horse almost jumps like a stag. And Catherine just barely moves. How is she doing this? Oh, and even when he gets close, she picks up his feet. Oh, hold your breath. Okay, safely through that line. Can they negotiate these last two fences? Not too quick. You've got plenty of time, Catherine. Oh, just had the front rail of that oxer just coming off the turn. The horse just lost concentration coming down that final line. Oh, that was such a shame. It was a beautiful first few fences. 8 penalties there for Catherine and Olympic quality. Okay, next in, having a good look around the course, we have Carl Cook. Just having a really, I wonder what his kind of methods are at the start of the course. Really having a good trot round in and out of the fences, looking at some of them, like really turning the horse, getting the horse moving left and right. This is an 11-year-old mare, Foxy de la Rue, known as Foxy. And anyone who wants to learn more and find out more about how to become a better rider, I urge you to follow Carl Cook's Instagram. He has some brilliant insights and has a brilliant piece where he talks over around with this horse and what they've been working on and refining the ride. And he says that he needs to work on trying to leave out, and if the canter's kind of controlling the canter and asking her to come back a little bit. And I have to say, I hope they've been working on it, because I think this course might need it, Carl. Again, you see she gets quite fast and occasionally she just loses the shoulder around the turns, and like I say, they've been working on refining it. And I think they've been working incredibly well on it, because she just came back to him absolutely beautifully. He's such a great rider. Really gets inside the horses' heads, really makes them work for him, but in the way they need to go. Such a talented mare. Oh, just as I said it, I'm sorry, Carl Cook. Just took out the 2 top rails of that oxer, but I think he'll be pleased with this. It looks like that adjustability is definitely there. 8 faults for Carl Cook and Foxy, and into 7th place. But as I say, I love Carl's honesty, and anyone watching who wants to learn and be better for their horses, I urge you to check out his Instagram. Okay, let's have a look at the current standings. Kent Farrington leading the charge with a clear very early on in the competition with the first round. Gregory Wathelet hot on his heels with Callie Short, Hallie Grimes, all into the jump off. And the best of the 4 falters so far is Lucy Davis Kennedy with Ben 4-3-1. Will we see anyone joining the top 4 in the jump off? Jamie Gornell there, just bringing it in for the rear, in for the Great Britain in 6th. And Carl Cook, as we just saw there, having 2 faults, but a very quick time there, 70.81. Actually would have been the fastest time of the day so far. So I have a feeling Foxy is going to be one to look out for in a jump off. Just a shame we weren't getting to see the horse today. So we are going to have a short break as we have a drag, but do come and join us in about 5 minutes time for the second half of this qualifier here at the Desert Horse Park.
Bien. Bien. Ya cierra la puerta, hijo. Okay, start.
Again, 480 meters on course, time allowed 77 seconds, speed 375 meters per minute. Right now,
Welcome back to the CSI 5-star Morecambe Grand Prix here at the Desert Horse Park. As you can see, there's still the remaining start list. Jamie Saylor with Magic Life, Kyle King with Kanye Z, his amazing mare that took him to second place in Spruce Meadows. Aaron Vale with Charismo 25. They're having a great season, already had a big win down in Ocala. Uma O'Neill and Luigi. And then looking down, we've still got Skylar Wyman and her gold medal winning horse Barcelino B, Young Riders winner, and Vanessa Mannix with Carmela Z. Lots of Z's and B's and Z's to come, but we have had a drag and we are reset here at the Desert Horse Park and looking forward, and already we have a horse in. Now, I shouldn't have favourites, but I do really like this horse. Am I allowed to say that? I don't know. They've given me a mic, so I'm going to say it anyway. This is Jamie Saylor. So glamorous. I mean, look at her picture there. She is so glamorous, so smiley, so sweet. She's everything we need in the sport. She is so fun. As lovely as she is beautiful. With the brilliant 11-year-old gelding, Magic Mike. I first came across this pairing in Vegas, where she was on incredible form. I should have just taken her out and gone gambling with her because she just was winning absolutely everything. Whatever she touched turned to gold, including with this horse. He was a catch ride for her at the time. She'd only been getting to know him since March last year, but what a partnership they have become. Very sensitive. There is quite a lot going on tack-wise, but actually there are certain reasons to it that she is learning. And yeah, he is... he wants to try incredibly hard for her, and she's just getting to the point now where she's learning to trust him. He's a really big horse. Oh, I did think that was going to feel tight for them in there. They just had a rail coming out of the back end of that double. I cannot tell you how enormous this horse is and how long his legs are. So the maneuverability is pretty tricky. Jamie is an absolutely beautiful rider. So soft with her upper body. Does everything she can to stay out of the way of the horse. Just really smooth through her turns. Just keeping the horse with the lower leg. You just see just a little wobble of confidence coming down that line. I can tell you what, doesn't matter how many rails she has, she'll still be smiling at the end of it. 12 and a few time penalties there. She just took her foot off the gas. No need to worry a horse that's so sensitive. The brilliant Jamie Saylor there and Magic Mike just picking up some time penalties as well. And straight away in with the next horse. We don't even get time to breathe. Don't even get time to wave Magic Mike off as Kyle King comes into the arena on the magnificent mare that is Kanye Z. He told me once that he nicknamed her Big Mama, which I thought was excellent. This is such an exciting horse, such an exciting pairing. Only 11 years old. What a season they had together, culminating in Spruce Meadows coming second to Scott Brash. Just the most phenomenal round for the young horse, really showing what years of hard work and teamwork come together, culminating in one of the best rounds, well, couple of rounds that I've seen. Very emotional, and yeah, can't say enough nice things about this pairing. Kyle will be looking to solidify last year and get back on the podium with this wonderfully talented mare. But they can be as talented as you like. You've still got to ride them and you've still got to keep the poles up. And there is no better man for the job. Just got to keep the pace up. She is all heart, this horse. She's modern, she's athletic. Huge jump over that ox. I really have to steady for this. That's been riding really well, that line. Hasn't caused as many problems as maybe we thought on walking it. This is the line that has proven tricky. Oh, he rubs it. Oh, and he just has the second part of the double down. That's so disappointing. I really wanted to see this mare in the jump off. See Big Mama go. Just picks up the pace coming up to the last. He still knows that he's got to get a good time to be ahead of those 4 falters. Oh, disappointing rail for Carl King and Kanye Z, but does not take away from how brilliant this combination is. Into 6th place on a time of 73.33. Big Pat, I know that he will always be pleased with the horse's performance. I can hear, there's a microphone around the edge of the arena, and I can hear him still patting the horse as she goes out. Aaron Vale in now for the USA with Charismo 25, 13-year-old gelding. Aaron obviously had a multiple 5-star Grand Prix victories and a regular USA Nations Cup rider, known across the circuit as a jump-off specialist. They took a turn in the top spot in the CSI 4-star in Ocala on the 18th of Jan. So kicked off the year in style. So this horse, so talented, and you just see how Aaron lets the horse land, doesn't touch the horse's front end, lets the horse rebalance, then picks it up and tells the horse where to go. What about letting the horse do the job that it's there for? Oh, and unfortunately just had a rail. That line is proving so tricky. Just got to keep this on the gas. Such a talented horse. You see Aaron really allows with the rein, allows the horse to move his head and neck over the fence. And they're using the upper body to steady up and say, wait. Love to have seen this horse in a jump off. I feel like this horse could really land and gallop and then still kind of get the legs out the way for these big jumps. To see how nimble and agile this horse is across the ground. Just coming to the last. Can he stay on the 4? No. I feel like I've done a lot of commentator's curse today. I am so sorry. That is it. 8 faults for Aaron Vale on 74.16 with Charismo. Not their day today. They go into 10th place. Are we going to see someone else into the jump off this second half of the day? Uma O'Neill in next with Luigi Del Eclipse, 14-year-old stallion. And Uma O'Neill is from New Zealand. Sorry, I'm reading my old notes. 15 years old. Uma burst onto the scenes in her brilliant victory in 2018 in the Longines FEI World Cup in Vancouver, producing the only clear round that day over the meter 60 Thunderbird track aboard her long-time partner Clockwise of Green Hills Ed. Apparently she took up her first riding lessons growing up in Hawaii. Sounds nice. O'Neill represented New Zealand at the Tokyo Olympic Games in 2021. This horse is got a huge step, but so athletic. I mean, as I said it, huge step, massive over that fence, absolutely enormous. Right, but can he shorten down through here? Yes, he can. Such an impressive looking horse. Look how he wants to jump. Stunning. Such a scopy horse. Great to see them in the jump off. Uma is so daring. So daring, in fact, I've seen her jump when the bridles come off. Oh, leave them up, leave them up. Just 2 more to go. I think this horse was ridden by Michael van der Vleuten before Uma. And there we have it. 72.80, a quick time for Uma O'Neill. And look at, Luigi knows he's done well. Look at that. Big ears forward, galloping around the arena, having a great time. And we have another rider into the jump off. It's going to be exciting. Make sure you stay tuned at the end of this class, because there'll be a quick reset and then there will be a jump off. Okay, next in we have the Canadian Golden Girl, Tiffany Foster on Electrique, 12-year-old mare. No stranger to the top level. Has been to the Olympics. A horse that in a jump off is incredibly tough to beat. Just had a little rub on that rail, but luck is on her side. Tiffany has been quoted as saying this horse could be the fastest horse she's ever had, which is saying something. But you can't let the handbrake off just yet, Tiff. You've got to get through round 1. Beautiful down through there, just allowing the horse rebalance, regather your thoughts, then back to this line. Little rub, but it stays up. Yeah, beautiful. Just said wait. Horse said for how long. Negotiated that line brilliantly. Now just to negotiate the last 2. They have to move up for the last. And a cheer from the crowd as we make it 2 from 2 rounds. The last 2 are now through to the jump off. Now that is one we need to keep an eye out for. As Tiffany has said, that horse is possibly the fastest horse she's ever had. So it's fast, careful and experienced, making for the perfect jump off threat. And interestingly, Electric used to be a ride of Ken Farrington, so he will know exactly how fast he needs to go to beat it. Zoe Brown in next, doing it for the youngsters, the young guns, looking incredibly cool in her glasses. On Con Apriol, a 10-year-old Holsteiner gelding. Zoe Brown for Australia. Such a talented young rider, always just makes it look so effortless. Apparently she was named in 2020 Rookie Grand Prix Rider of the Year by the Pacific Coast Horse Show Association. She is building up her international resume. Super talented horse. Again, Zoe just really allowing the hand forward, allowing the horse to move over the top of the fence, keeping the engine slightly smaller than some of the horses, a little bit shorter. Might find the adjusting in between these fences easier. Again, Zoe really having to say, wait. This horse super keen to get the job done. Where's the next fence? Let me at it. 7. Oh, it did look short, but this horse is so agile. As I said, it just had the rail down. She manages to negotiate the one after it, though. Comes out of it. Just the 4 faults at the moment. Oh, this horse is so scopy. Just feels like she can put it on any spot and the horse will jump. Oh, another disappointing rail for Zoe Brown. She's going to finish on a score of 8. But she is incredibly competitive, and we will see her in many a jump off. On a time 73.25 seconds. So next into the arena, Savannah Jenkins now with Hector Duterre. They, in November last year, they secured the win in the 100,000 National Grand Prix here at the Horse Park. So no stranger to the podium. And they finished 4th in their 5-star. The first 5-star Grand Prix here with a double clear. They've moved up through the levels together. Only 9 years old, this gelding. Savannah riding for the USA. She has gone into the go faster position, not going to hang around. This course needs not just respect, it also needs you to travel consistently throughout. You can't afford to hang around. Cannot afford to get quick through there. Still travelling onto this big oxer. Now the turn back. So many have had this double down. You can't go too quick into it. Yeah, just steadied up there. Brilliant. Lovely through there. You just saw her use her body, half halt, weight. Horse hit it bang on. Really getting up in the air over that oxer. Great shot for the VIP. Oh, this tricky line. Just saying, wait, don't want to cut the engine out, going on up. Oh, just a little bit of a half halt and just took the front end of that out. Just didn't quite get up in front of it. Did there. And just inside the time. Just 0.03 seconds inside the time. Into 10th place on 4 faults there for Savannah Jenkins and Hector Duterre. So we still have 7 more riders still to go in this CSI 5-star Grand Prix. And next into the arena, Olivia Cleaver and Connor 69. 32 years old on a 13-year-old gelding, Holstein gelding. What can this pair do? Apparently, Olivia, before becoming an show jumper, had her eyes set on becoming an eventer and to the advanced level of eventing, and competed at the North America Young Rider Championships. That's my interesting fact of the day for you. What was wrong with eventing, Olivia? I love a bit of eventing. She said she saw the Rolex 3-day and said she wanted to do that. Worked for Tick Maynard. Just having that rail. So many have had that double down. And I'm sure there is many from the event, things from the eventing world that can be translated, jumping at those angles and skinnies and corners. Just rubbing those as the horse comes up the line. Had this horse for around 4 years now. Apparently tried over 20 horses before sitting on Connor. He's 17 one hands, which when these are coming up that tight, that is a big horse. So 13 penalties, just slightly over the time there for Olivia Cleaver on Connor 69. That horse definitely has all the scope in the world. So next up, a heart horse, a horse I've commentated on many a time and has definitely won my heart. Alexander Biderman now with Coronet's Cookie. Coronet's Cookie has her own unique way of going, and I'm here for it. I am here for her way of going. She is like, leave me alone. I can get this job done. And the reason I say heart horse is she just puts her heart on her hooves and jumps anything, and they have such a lovely relationship. And yeah, I'm here for it. You want to jump like that? She just says, how high? She gets her legs out the way. That's all that counts. They did their first Spruce 5-star last year. Went clear with just a time penalty, which was an emotional moment for Alex. Apparently, Cookie didn't even bat an eyelid. She continues to step up. Just had that rail like so many. Alex does a wonderful job of just letting the mare go how she wants to go. These are big fences, remember? Why argue with them? They know where their legs are. Just finding these distances a little tricky. Just having a couple of rails. Just rebalancing Cookie up this line. Again, just not getting the front end quite out of the way on a couple of these tricky distances. She's a real fighter, this horse. Just not her day today. Slightly over the time with a few rails. Finishes on 17 faults. Horse and rider, a well-matched pair with a lot of chemistry. Now we have Eliza Bros, 22-year-old, and Anas B, 21 years old, an 11-year-old gelding, KWPN, known for their consistency and professionalism. She is just rubbed that first fence a little bit. Just hear it, but it stayed up. Just stepped on the gas coming into fence 2. I just gotta not get so hard. You want to really travel up into that oxer. And you don't want to get stuck in here. Super talented horse, this. Really traveling across the ground. Now, look around the turn. The horse is just having a great time. We get too quick. Oh, just had that front part down. You can just see the horses really getting quicker and quicker and quicker. Right, we have to say a little bit of a whoa up this hill. There we go. Oh, just the second rail there. So tricky. So hard because you love it when the horses are enthusiastic and you don't want to curb their enthusiasm, but at the same time you've got to say, wait, I know how short this is, I walk the course. It's a good time, 73.02, but sadly a couple of rails there for Eliza Bros and the Canas B, putting them into 12th place. So we currently just have the 6 into the jump off, which is for some course designers that magic number. They always like 6 or 7 in to the next round, depending on how many starters. So Alan Wade will probably be happy with that. Make it for a very competitive jump off so far, but we still have 4 more riders to go. And what riders we have? James Chalk still to come, Skylar Wyman, Vanessa Mannix, Matthias Van Asten. Pretty impressive roll call of riders still to come there. All capable of being in this jump off and all capable of being on that podium. So Kent Farrington, Gregory Wathelet, Callie Schultz, Hallie Grimes, Uma O'Neill and Tiffany Foster. Quite the international lineup going into the jump-off. Sadly, no one from Team GB, but I do live in Canada now, so I'll take Tiffany Foster as a home one for me. So next into the arena, Tess Van Asten with Vedette DKZ. Matthias already had a big win at the park here this year. Just having a little look round. Horse with the most perfectly trimmed mane. 11-year-old stallion, Vedette DKZ. Again, you just see rides with that longer rein, allowing the horse to just really move through the air. Just staying beautifully poised and balanced. Quiet and economical. Oh, the horse had to reach but really tried. Just keeping up a beautiful rhythm. Just have to watch the clock. Such a careful, scopy jumper. Just riding that perfectly. Just picking up the pace there around that turn. You see where that's a moment you can make time or lose time. You can easily get drawn into that corner. Tess just... Oh, it's rubbed, but it's stayed up. Just to hear the poles there. Oh, unlucky. Just a few of the fences there. They're a little bit long and... one came down. It was a good time as well, 73.70. The horse is a bigger stride and doesn't look that quick across the ground, but is really travelling. And just that unfortunate back rail of that oxer coming to that final line. Now, no stranger to the winning circle. It feels like I've seen this man win a million classes, but he did just win his first 5-star here at Thunderbird with Tally, with this amazing mare that has just been so fantastic for him over the last couple of years. Dido van de Rutenhof, or Tally to her French, was far easier to say. Thank you very much. She is a 12-year-old mare. And this is James Chalk for Ireland. If he can get in the jump off, he can go fast. And this mare is ridiculously fast. When he got this mare, he didn't even know if she would jump a 3-star. And she's just impressed him and impressed him more and more as she's moved up the levels. He's just said jump, and she's basically said how high. And it's effortless for her. But he does have to just, she gets a little excited. She's not the biggest horse. Oh, and just as she came around that corner, she was just a bit too keen. But I tell you, if you want to see this man in a jump off, you should watch them. Like, they are incredible. She just seems to have a turn of speed that I've never seen on a horse before. But yeah, just lost a little bit of the momentum around that corner. A little lapse of tiny second of concentration and had the rail from the mare. But she is, let's not take anything away from what these two have achieved together. Just a little tap of that back rail. Say a huge congratulations to James on his first CSI 5-star win here in the meter 40 welcome speed. into 7th place with just the 4 faults. Oh, we've got someone getting very excited to be in the arena. Baraclino, just saying, what are those palm trees doing there, Mum? Don't like the look of those. Oh, no, don't like the look of that one either. Just going to have a little flying change. Anyone who knows how to deal with this. I cannot believe that Skylar Wyman is only 21. It feels like she has been competing at top level forever, but yet she is still... she's very recently won the individual young rider gold with this horse. I mean, this horse is known as Barry. Came to her about a year and a half ago. Barry apparently not a big fan of palm trees. But just... she is an incredible talent and an incredible rider. I think they've so incredible they've just made a film about her. Look at this horse. Loves his job. And yeah, any young riders watching at home, this girl is so incredibly talented, but so hard working. I don't think you'll find a harder working person on the circuit, and that is why she is so good. Oh, just close to that, but it stays up. She knows exactly what she's got to do. Sat on a horse before she could even walk. Spent time with her mum in the barn every day growing up. Now, oh, just unlucky. It is something about coming round that turn. They're just not getting themselves ready for it, and the horses are just having that. I've got to stop saying nice things about people because it seems to be cursing them all. Just setting him up beautifully for this tricky line. Horse just getting Barry just getting a little flat through there. Just didn't make it out the other side. Had another rail. I think Barry is looking a little bit keen. And what you'll find is these horses jump better as the days go on. The more jumping they get inside them, the better they go. And I'm feeling Barry could do with going for a couple of laps. Barry's looking very excited. But let's not take away anything from how talented Skylar Wyman is. As she goes into 14th place. And we come to our final riders. Vanessa Mannix now with Carmela Z, this 13-year-old mare. She might be 14. Another Canadian rider. Well known on the T-Bird circuit. It's a 15-year-old mare. I need to get over the fact that it's now 2026 and change all my ages of horses. Should we not be on the moon or something by now? Anyway, Vanessa Mannix. Stylish over fences. Can definitely challenge the leaders. Originally from Calgary, Alberta. Developed a strong relationship with this mare. Competed up to 1.60 m. Oh, again, another one falls victim to that double. She's got a huge, huge step, this mare. Just chips, finds it short, but she's got enough talent to get herself out of it. Has a rattle, but it stays up. Can she finish on the 4? One of Canadians' most reliable riders. Oh, and just has the last fence down. So she will finish on the 8. It was a good time though, 71.86. As I said, that horse has a huge step. Look, is much quicker than she looks. But we do have a jump off. Our top ones who are coming back. Ken Farrington and Orofina. Gregory Wathalet with Argentina de Marche. Callie Short. Hallie Grimes, Uma O'Neill and Tiffany Foster with Electrique. And then the best of the 4 falters is James Chalk with Tally Dido Van Rutenhoff Z, Lucy Davis Kennedy. So So there will be a reset of the course, but don't go away as our world number one battles it out to see if he can claim the top spot here at sorry, I'm in the wrong show park, at the Desert Horse Park. Just see the final riders there coming down the second half of the results. Aaron Vale there and Charismo 25 8 falters. Savannah Jenkins finishing off the 4 falters with 76.57. Catherine Hofslut, Olympic quality, finishing on 8. And then the bottom end of the leaderboard, Connor Swale with an unusual 11 faults with Castorano. And then we did have a few retirees. Like I say, there's a lot more jumping to be done over the next few days. We will be coming back in a few minutes for the jump off. The jump off course will prove to be tricky as per Wade course. Join us in a few minutes to see who is going to take the win here in the CSI 5-star World Cup qualifier here at the Desert International Horse Park.
for dinner. A thrilling live auction at Dancing with the Desert Stars. All in celebration of our shared passion for U.S. equestrian excellence. This unforgettable evening bring together our incredible community in support of our athletes.
Welcome back to the Desert International Horse Park. It is the CSI 5-star Welcome Grand Prix, meter 55. I'm Jenny Rudel, and we are about to have a jump off between 6 of the top riders across the country. A real international flavour to the jump off as well. We're kicking it off with Kent Farrington and Orofina. Kent is currently ranked #1 in the world, so not intimidating at all having him go first. That'll be followed by Gregory Wathalet, who is also number 17 in the world, and he will be coming in next. Then followed by Callie Short from the USA and Hallie Grimes from the USA, Uma O'Neill from New Zealand, and then bringing up the rear will be Tiffany Foster from Canada on her Speed Machine Electrique. So having a little look at the jump off, we're going to start on fence 15, which is actually fence 12, jumping back the other way. It's just to the right of our screens. It was the big Oxer before the Liverpool in the last round. We're going to jump that in the other direction and then come down this long side here in this bottom corner. It's with the USA equestrian with the flag on it here to the left. After fence 16, we're going to come back round up the hill to fence 10 A and B, that tricky double that caused so many problems in the last class. There's the option to turn inside some fences to really make up that time. I think they're going to have to. And then we're going to go on to 6A. Again, a lot of people, that jumped off the left rein in the last round. A lot of people had problems with that. It was the upright part of the first double in the last round, but they've taken out 6B. So then it's a good old galloping line down to fence 7. We don't have to jump A. We're then coming back round, really tight turn back on themselves to 4B, the second part of the double. And then we are galloping up the hill away to that fast corner to the Oxer at 5. That fence jumped amazingly in the first round. No one had any problems, but now they've got to do it fast and they've got to do it at speed. So lots to play for now in this jump off class. Some of the best riders across the planet. No pressure at all, guys. And we are just now awaiting for Kent Farrington to kick us off. Time allowed in the jump off, 47 seconds. But they will surely do it much faster than the time allowed. Kent Farrington, we await him. He'll be warming up, revving the engine out. He's already had a win here at the horse park with the 11-year-old mare last week. Top of the podium in the Pomponio CSI 5-star meter 50 welcome.
This afternoon, and the 5-star is qualifier for Saturday's $340,000 Longines World Cup.
He also had the fastest time in the first round with 71.76. The closest time to him was 42.47. Should be in about half a minute's time. What a glorious backdrop we have here at the Desert Horse Park. Absolutely stunning. So we've got to think about how they're going to take on this jump off. It's about the line, not just about speed. And efficiency can sometimes win over bravery. Sometimes bravery can do it. How brave can you be to the last? Horses that stay relaxed usually win these. And you'll see some riders will trade strides for control. Will they take out a stride to the last? Will they be able to do it? Partnerships built on trust. You see here, Kent not hanging around, coming straight in, setting the tone for what the horse has to do. The horse comes in with direction and speed. He immediately knows it's jump off time. These horses know, they're not stupid. They know when they've got to come in for the jump off. They know the job. 14-year-old mare, Orofina, into the ring. Kent just looking around. $14 old. This horse knows the job. Kent knows the job. Now they just have to put it together. There we go. Fence 12 jumped the other way. He is not hanging around. Really quick into fence 16. Wasting no time at all on the turn back. This is unbelievably quick. That fence caused so many problems for so many in the first round. Not a problem at all for Kent. He really allows the horse to gallop down to that oxer. Still taking, not turning too tight to that, giving it the respect it needs. Oh, and he takes one out to the last. That is an incredible time. A 34.83. Is that fast enough to take the win? 34.83 seconds for Kent Farrington and Orofina. Is it going to add to the podium again here at Thunderbird with this incredible mare? Has he done enough? He can do no more. Gregory rides into the arena. Again, another mare who likes to go fast. Just coming in, having a look around, eyeing up the fences. What's the best line? Where can I take a risk? So all these things they'll have gone through before they come into this arena. Where can I take strides out? Also that ability to change. Argentina de la Mache, 14-year-old mare again. Revving the engine. You don't want to go fast and slow and fast and slow. You want to pick a canter and stick to it. Going too fast can actually waste time. You end up past the turning point. See him just turning in the air, taking the position, allowing the horse to move under his back. Inside those fences. Hands up the neck, ready to allow the horse to move his head and neck, her head and neck over the fence. This mare is quick! My goodness, sorry, I got excited. Okay, he's got to turn, he's got to gallop. 27.5. 34.83 is the time to be. Is he going to do it? He's not going to be quick enough. 36.95. 2 seconds slower. That just shows how quick Kent Farrington was. That was an extraordinary effort by Argentina de Mache, but not quick enough. Where are they going to find those 2 seconds from? This is a big horse. Into the arena now. Cali shot. Eucharis, VD, Katenvinnen. Just looking, finding her lines. This horse has got a big stride. Hear the thundering hooves as she winds up, ready. This horse has got a huge jump, takes some time in the air, but then a big stride will be deceptive. Oh, and she's had an early rail. That's 4 faults. She can still be the best of the 4 faulters in the jump off, but that knocks her out of contention. That leaves Kent Farrington will stay in first place with Gregory Wathalet in second. There is still money to be made if you're the best of the 4 faulters. This horse has got such a huge jump. So beautiful to watch. It's the kind of jump that the photographers love. They can always get a good shot. Ears forward, pricked. Brilliant over the last fence. Very happy with himself. A brilliant round from Cali, but sadly was not to be. And also a time of 41.05 was a whole 6 seconds, 7 seconds behind our leader. 3 more riders to go. Hallie Grimes now. This is actually Uma O'Neill. With Luigi de Eclipse. They've changed their order. Age 15 now, this horse, full of experience. And Uma also, so much experience. What can she do here? Already telling the horse where to go. Even in the air, that Luigi knew exactly what he had to do and which fence he was going to, just from Uma's body language. Oh, and he just got in too deep to that. Just had the rails. 4 faults. Isn't going to be enough to win it, but look at this horse fly. Uma is so balanced, so poised. This is such a big, fast horse. It's crazy to think that Ken Farrington had already finished by now. That's how quick he was. A brilliant round from Uma O'Neill and Luigi de Eclipse. But sadly, 4 faults mean that they will not finish in the top 3. Our final rider now. Tiffany Foster and Electrique. It's a day for the mares today. Can Electrique make it? 3 mares on the top of the podium. Can she do it as number 1? Tiffany eyeing up. She'll know how fast she has to go. She knows exactly what she's got to do on her first 5-star Thunderbird Show Park a few years ago. Won many since then. Revving the engine. This horse is deceptively quick. Look at the line she takes into that. That horse jumps that, making it look like it's a 1.10 fence. Turning in the air, and she's had a rail. That means that it is Kent Farrington and Orofina who take the win here at the Desert International Horse Park. It is not to be for Tiffany Foster today. Also, she is also slightly down on the clock. I think she's gonna just steady up and just jump a couple to finish. Finish the round. So that is it from us here at the World Cup qualifier. Meter 55, CSI 5-star. What a jump off, what a round. Big pat there for Electrique. 12 penalties and a time of 41.26 to finish her into 5th position. But we have our winner, Kent Farrington and Orofina. He led from the start. First one in. It's been a bit of a theme today. Earlier on in the 2-star, Connor Swale won from the first horse in on Theo, and today this afternoon Kent Farrington has done exactly the same. First horse in the first round, first horse in the jump off, and he led from the start on a blistering time of 34.83. I have no idea if that would ever have been touchable. What a brilliant top 3. What a brilliant class. But there you have our top 10. Kent Farrington, Gregory Wathalet, Cadley Shot, Uma O'Neill, Tiffany Foster, Hallie Grimes, James Chalk, Lucy Davis Kennedy, and Carl King, and Matthias Van Asten. That is your top 10. Cannot take away from how brilliant Kent Farrington was. Just a masterclass. There's a reason why he's number 1. Then looking down, we had Jamie Gornall with Clear Heart doing it for Team GB. Savannah Jenkins, an unlucky 4 faults, just taking her out of that jump-off contention. Carl Cook and Foxy de la Rogue. Again, 8 faults, the best of the 8 faulters there. And then looking further down our leaderboard, a real international flair here to this stretch of the North American League, leg 5 of 7. We've got riders from Brazil, Colombia, Ireland, the USA. Just seeing Connoisseur there. It wasn't to be his day. 11 faults with Castorano. Well, that is it as we wait now for our top riders to come in for the prize giving. What a brilliant class has it been. But once again, Kent Farrington showing that he is the #1 rider, not just in the world, but here at the Desert Horse Park. What a round, what a rider, and what a mare, what a horse. Just looked absolutely effortless. And they will come back for their prize giving and a well-deserved lap of honor. There's still loads of competition to come this week. I will be back. Been a pleasure to be here for my first ever commentary here at the Desert Horse Park. Tomorrow we have lots of classes bringing to you on the live stream. We've got the amateur jumper, junior jumper in the morning, but I will be back commentating on the FEI Classic Meter 50, sponsored by Champion Shavings. And then don't forget that on Saturday we have the big one, the Longines World Cup of Thermal, that big Meter 60 class. Many of the riders and horse combinations that you saw today will be back. Can Kent come and claim the top spot again here on Saturday? That will be at 6:30 p.m. I will be back earlier on in the day as well on Saturday for the next installment of the 2-star competition, the Meter 45 at 1 p.m. And ahead of that is the lead line, which I always really like, the little horses and ponies. But I will hand down now over to the arena because we will have the prize giving coming up anytime now. Thank you very much for watching. I'm Jenny Riddle and I will be back again later on in the week. But for now, congratulations to Kent Farrington. He is your winner of today's big CSI 5-star World Cup qualifier with Orofina. Enjoy the prize giving and come back tomorrow for some more amazing show jumping here at Desert International Horse Park.
Places coming back to ring. What an amazing show off. What an amazing competition. The Morningstar Sport horses, 117,000 FEI CSI 5-star. This qualifier for Saturday. In second, Farrington is the winning rider. Join us for presentations. Jeremy and Christina Smith, Robert Sandy Meadows. Party ownership group here at the amazing Desert International Horse Park. As we're going to be a rider in third place, that's the rider for the USA, Callie Schultz. Rider there for the USA. Second place, ranked 17th the world rider for Belgium, Gregory Waffele. And our champion ranked first in the world. There's Ken Farrington for the USA. Ladies and gentlemen, in order to honor our champion, I would ask you to please all rise for the playing of the national anthem of the United States of America. We celebrate the top three with a little champagne toast. Friendly Morning Star Sport Horses. And this qualifier for Saturday's $340,000 launching World Cup out of Thermal. And for second, third, right there. First, Ken Farrington. Second, Gregory Waffele. Third, Callie Schultz. Just like those sip of champagne for the top three. That win goes for the rider ranked first in the world, Ken Farrington. Gregory Waffele for Belgium, ranked 17th in the world. Belgium ranked 183rd in the world. Great riders, and joining us here for the qualifier for Saturday. Let's get our riders back on their respective mounts. Rider knows exactly what to do next. He has done it so many times throughout his career. As we ask Ken Farrington to lead our field in our victory ride. What an amazing jump off. Ken Farrington and Orafina, they come out on top. Gary Watley, Argentina de la Marche in second. Calishot and Erikas Vanad Katanvinen in third place. Top three. What an amazing jump off. And what an amazing rider right there. Ranked #1 in the world. He comes back around. There's Ken Farrington.